Alrighty, it is video game collection time. We're going to start this year again with the PS5 collection. I just was looking back at my video from last year and I had over 40 titles. I have over 65 now. So I have added quite a few PS5 games in the year. And like last year, I'm just going to go through them one at a time. Probably some of them I'll glaze over really quick because, like everybody else, I have a huge backlog. I don't play every game. I collect for the future of the all digital world, and then I'll just be like, well, I gotta go and just play all physical media again. That's not true. I will not be going through my digital games this year, just physical games, because I don't feel like anybody cares about the digital. But I do have several PS5 games digitally, several PS4 games, but for the most part, I don't buy digital games. Those are all like included with PlayStation Plus or Epic Games thing and all that good jazz. So. Let's get started. Like I said, I have over, I think 66 titles is what I just checked. And, I played a lot of games this year. We will see how many. First up, we have Anno 1800. This is a PC simulation game that I have heard is good. I don't know if the PS5 version is good. And as you can tell by its sealed nature, I have not played it yet. Let's get into Assassin's Creed Mirage. I think on the last video last year, I mentioned that I wanted this. I think I got it for Christmas. It is still sealed because Assassin's Creed, I haven't been into since like Assassin's Creed 3. And I try to get back into them, but, they're in the backlog. And there's never a time when I'm like so into the backlog that I'm like, let's try an Assassin's Creed game. The last Assassin's Creed game that I did try was Valhalla. I played like an hour of it. Didn't suck me in. That was quite a ways ago. That was probably like in 2020 or whatever. Astrobot, my pick for game of the year this year. This was the last game that I played and beat. I've been on a little bit of a single-player gaming hiatus for the last month or so. But Astrobot was amazing. Now, this is the game. If you get a PS5, if you never played a PlayStation, and I'm like, what game do you need to get for PlayStation to start? Astrobot is the game. It's so fun. It's so beautiful. And if you are a PlayStation nerd like myself, that is like, I don't know, just amazing. I can't say enough. That game deserves Game of the Year. Probably won't get it, but next up is Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I have been playing this game hardcore like I do every Christmas time, November, Christmas time. I always play the Call of Duty games. I've been doing this since Modern Warfare 2 on the PS3. And every year I'm like, this game's amazing. And then it's come January, February, I usually quit playing them. This one, same thing. I am loving Black Ops 6 right now. I've been playing it a lot. I've prestiged twice already. But we'll see how long it lasts. Cold War was good. I think this was the launch Call of Duty. No, maybe it was Modern Warfare 2. Heck, I can't remember. I enjoyed Black Ops Cold War. I also enjoyed Modern Warfare 2. It was quite good. I really liked Modern Warfare 3. This was last year's Call of Duty. I enjoyed the maps because, nostalgia for me because Modern Warfare 2 and 3 on PS3 was so good and basically got to play the maps. Didn't like this one very much. This was going back to World War II I think so. And that was some of my least favorite games. Call of Duties are when they go back to World War II. Didn't really like that one very much. It was a lame year. Crystales or Christ Tales or however you pronounce it. Still sealed, just like last year. Maybe one day. Curved Space. Still never played it. Looks cool though. It was a cheap game. Deathloop. Still haven't played. Still sealed. Looks like it might be my kind of game. Don't know. Devil May Cry. This is a sealed stash. Devil May Cry 5. I heard this is pretty cool. Still sealed. I've never played a single Devil May Cry game. Maybe one day. Did crack open Diablo 4 a couple months ago. Played a couple hours and then haven't gone back because something else came out and, how it goes. But I did enjoy it. I like playing this with my uncle and friends and stuff. Played a lot of Diablo 3 back in the day. I mainly just play the campaign though, and then I'm done. I don't treat it as a live service game like some people do and just keep grinding and playing. Eiyuden Chronicles Rising, I was going to play this this past year to get ready for Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. I never did, and who knows when I will get around to playing this, because I did finally get, just here within the last couple weeks on Black Friday, I got Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes physically. This is by the team who did Suikoden, which I love. And so this is definitely... it's probably up next in the queue, honestly. It's been close to being cracked open every day here lately. But I have a feeling it's going to be kind of a time sink for a little while, but I do really want to play it. We'll see. Maybe I won't crack it open. I know the Suikoden remake is finally coming out come March. And obviously I'm going to pre-order and play that. So I don't know if I want to play two Suikoden-like games back-to-back like that. I'm weird like that. I like to play like different style of games. Like do a platformer, do an RPG, do a big open world game. So Far Cry 6, still sealed. Never played a Far Cry game. Don't know if I ever will. What is this? Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. Yeah, I think this was like a side or like a spin-off to Final Fantasy 1 or a remake of Final Fantasy 1. I'm not 100% sure. I never played it. I think my brother did and said he didn't think I was going to like it, but I played a little bit of this, Crisis Core. This was one of the Final Fantasies I never played, and I was playing this to get ready for Rebirth, but I didn't get very far into it. But glad to have it in the collection. A lot of people rave about that. Speaking of Rebirth, this was the main game I played this year. It sucked a lot, like 4 or 5 months out of my life. It's a very big game, but also I'm slow, and I like to get all the little everything, the little collectibles, go do all the side quests and everything. So if you're that kind of way, this game is going to take you a while. I have well over 100 hours into this game. It is good. Very, very good. I enjoyed it. I'm looking to see what they do in the final third part. I did get the deluxe edition too. So it's got the steelbook. It's got this. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in there. One of my collection videos from like February or March, whenever this game came out, I go through it. It's got like a soundtrack and an art book and other stuff like that in there. But yeah, I love that game. That would probably be maybe runner-up for me for Game of the Year. Astro Boy, and then that. Final Fantasy 16 came out a few years ago. I loved this as well. You look at Final Fantasy, they're just kind of on a tear here lately. I haven't loved it. I didn't love it enough to go get the expansions. I have a bad habit of doing that. I may never play the expansions, honestly. I might just wait for Final Fantasy 17. Forspoken. I don't think this was in my collection last year. I got it sealed. I haven't broken the seal still. I heard a lot of negative things, but it looked like my kind of game. So one day I may crack that open and give it a try. But I heard it wasn't very good. I did. In the last year's game, I was like, I think I'm getting ready to play Ghost of Tsushima. I did play it. This was my December-January game 12 months ago. And I loved it. It was amazing. It took me a while to get through it all because like I said, I like to do everything. But I loved it, and I can't wait for what Ghosts of Yotai that's coming out next year. I will be getting that day one and playing it because I loved this game so much. So that's high praise. And I did love, it was beautiful on PS5. I never played it on PS4, so I don't know what the comparison is, but man, was that a pretty game. Godfall, launch game, sealed, never played it. I think it's a free digital game now. Grand Theft Auto 5. This is my 50th copy of this game. A little bit exaggeration. I'm excited to see see Grand Theft Auto 6, I guess, that we're getting next year. So that will be, if that comes out next year, I will be pre-ordering that game and playing it day one whenever it comes out. So next year's PS5 collection video will probably have Grand Theft Auto 6 if it actually comes out. But we'll see. Hades. This was, I think, a GameStop employee recommended me this, and I still have yet to play it. I don't know. Maybe one day. I have Horizon Forbidden West, the special edition version. I forgot this just like I did last year because Darth Easy freaking still has my game, the actual game that goes down on the shelf. And that's why I skipped over it. So I probably will maybe edit this in between Hades and Immortals here. But or I'll just put it on the end. But either way, this is a game I do have and did quite enjoy on the PS5. I am not a Horizon hater, unlike some, but I just don't have the disc on the shelf currently because of freaking Darth Easy. If he'll ever finish it, then I'll get that back. Immortals Phoenix Rising. Pretty sure this was a launch PS5 game too. Never played it. It's sealed. Pretty sure this is another one that was free on PS Plus at some point in time. How about this? This one looked really cool. I remember playing these old Jurassic Park games back in the day on like the Super Nintendo and stuff. So I'm a sucker for old games on collections put on discs. So I grabbed this up. I got this for a good deal too. And I think this is worth a little bit of money because it's a limited run game. Which, sometimes they hold their value until they do a reprint. Kena Bridge of Spirits, couple years old now, but I loved this game. This was like playing a Pixar game. It was more difficult than I was anticipating. It had kind of like an old school difficulty to me anyways. I mean, I'm a wimp sometimes when it comes to games, but it was kind of hard. Gotham Knights. I was excited. This is the one that was supposed to be like Arcane, right? Or Arkham Knights. It says open world action RPG. I just never played it. I heard it's not very good. I'm sure I got it for super cheap. I do like the Gotham Knight games, so maybe I'll give it a try. Guardians, man, it's been many years since I played this, but I do remember being surprisingly enjoyed this, especially coming after Avengers, which I did not like. But Guardians of the Galaxy was pretty good. Bought this with my PS5 at launch. This was the first game I played. It was great. A shorter game. I did get the Ultimate Launch Edition because it came with Spider-Man Remastered digitally, though, which I don't like. And then Spider-Man 2 I played last year, and it was great. Not as good as the first one, obviously, but I enjoyed it. Looking forward to Venom and Spider-Man 3, I think, is the route I think we're getting Venom and then Spider-Man 3. I think is how they're doing it. But actually, we're getting Logan next, I think. Nickelodeon All-Star Bros. I talked about this last time. I'm a sucker for Nickelodeon games and like family party games. We played this a little bit. Wasn't nothing. It's like a cheap knockoff version of not Smash Brothers. Yeah, Smash Brothers. And then same thing as like a cheap cart game with Nickelodeon characters. Played it a little bit, not a whole lot. This game is hefty. This Neo collection comes with Neo and Neo 2. Never played it. Still sealed. They look cool. I think that was a recommendation from a family member or something. Need for Speed Unbound. I played this last year, a little bit before, Spider-Man 2 came out, I think. I dabble in Need for Speed games occasionally. I will go back to this game eventually and beat it. I was actually enjoying it. It's not a bad game. Outriders, sealed. Never played it. Don't know. Pathless. This was on my wish list for a long time because it just looked kind of cool. I like bow and arrow kind of games, and it even says something about an archer travels to mysterious islands. So I think it's a more smaller game, more indie game. This was like a Walmart discount game. I started buying a bunch of Persona games. I've never played Persona, but at some point in time I will get into the games. I heard they're all pretty awesome. This is like a tactics Persona game, I think. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. I bought this game early this year. Had totally planned on playing it and then never did. I heard it's pretty good. I played the old Prince of Persia games, so that's why I got it. Tetris 2. This is another real cheap, like, bargain Walmart buy. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart used to be my go-to recommendation for the PS5 for your first game. But now that is Astrobot. But this would be a close second, especially if you like platformers or shooters. It's a beautiful game. I loved it. This is another game on my backlog that I do want to check out because it's by Housemarque. I've loved everything Housemarque's done in the past. something about that game. I just don't feel like I'm gonna like it, but I do want to check it out. Sackboy, we played and beat this game, me and my daughter, back in the day. It was fun. You like couch co-op kind of platformer games. Saints Row, still never played this one. Heard this wasn't the best of the Saints Row. Scarlet Nexus looked cool. I have a bad habit of getting games by the way they look on the back of the cover. Never played it. Sea of Stars, this was a game I really wanted to play this year, but just never had time. I also heard this was pretty good. This is a more classic, Suikoden, like 90s, early 2000s JRPG kind of look to it, which I'm a sucker for. One day I'm going to crack that open and play it. Skull and Bones, this was like $5 on like Best Buy's deal days or whatever. I like pirate stuff. If I remember correctly, that game doesn't have very good reviews. Sonic Frontiers, I played this for a little bit when it came out. It's like their take on open world. I didn't love it, obviously, because I never went back to it. Sonic Superstars, I bought this year because it had co-op. Have I played it? No. One day. Star Wars The Divine Force, I played like an hour of. Need to go back to play it. I know I say that a lot, but Star Ocean, a second story. I was playing this pretty hardcore. I don't remember how many hours I put into it, but then I dropped off, started playing, I think I started playing Ghost of Tsushima and just fell off and then never got back into it. I will go back to this eventually. This is one of my favorite games, and this is a really well done, like, remake or remaster. It's kind of a weird in-between of the original game. 2D HD remake. I think they're doing that with like Dragon Quest and stuff now. Jedi Survivor was good. Not as good as whatever the other Jedi game was called. I've done forgot now. I have it down here on PS4. Oh, Fallen Order. Yeah. It was good. I enjoyed it. It's bigger than Fallen Order, but it didn't have the emotional beats in the story for me as Fallen Order. Stray, this is a game I want to play. I've got it sealed. Really want to play this game. I don't know if I'll like it, but a lot of people, it's like one of their favorite games. Tales of Arise, I played and beat this. I think I told this story last time. Starts off really good. I was really super into it. And then by the end, I was ready for it to be over. I'll wait till the next Tales game and give it a try. I don't think I'm going to be getting expansions for that because I was kind of done with it. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I heard this wasn't very good. I loved Borderlands 1 and 2 and then have not gotten back into any Borderlands things related since. This was another super cheap game. I think I got it from Gamefly or something. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. I put this in every once in a while. It's fun, especially to play with couch co-op with people. It's a classic. I think it's remastered well. Cowabunga Collection. This is like the Jurassic Park Collection, just a collection of old games. I have not actually tried that yet, but I love collections of old games for preservation purposes and physical media, people like myself. I loved the Legacy of Thieves collection. I think I talked about this before, but I did not finish Uncharted 4 for some reason on PS4. And so I played through both of these on PS5 and loved them. Obviously, Uncharted 4 was amazing. Made me cry at the end. It was a masterpiece. And Lost Legacy was surprisingly not bad either. I would love another Uncharted game. I think I said that last year. Don't think we're ever going to get one, but Watch Dogs Legions. Bought this at launch. Still sealed. Watch Dogs. I haven't played Watch Dogs since the original. Wild Hearts. This is a cheapo Walmart super discount again, I think. I know it said it had multiplayer, yep, and crafting and stuff like that. Looked kind of cool. I like the art style. Will I ever play it? Who knows? The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition. I got this because I wanted to get back into The Witcher when the Netflix show was really kicking, although it's not doing that anymore. And I tried The Witcher in the PS4 days and couldn't get into it, but I always thought it would be kind of a game I'd be into, so I got this cool complete edition, thinking I was going to play it at one point in time. And then finally, this was a YouTuber recommended this game. It just looked really cool. It's got like an anime story element, but then it's also like a old school, like, top down shooter, or like, you can see in that middle picture there. It's like a space shooter or something, or flight shooter. I don't know. It looked and sounded cool, and it's not very expensive. I think it was like $20 or something. I have yet to try it, but at some point in time I will try it because it looked interesting. And that is it. I think 66 PS5 games. So well over 20 more than I had last year. I obviously have more in my wish list for Christmas this year. I will be getting, like I said, I really want to play, oh goodness, I really want to play Ayuden Chronicles. That's, I feel like, is going to be my next game. And then Suikoden comes out in like March. Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out next year. I do want to try Star Wars Outlaws. I've heard mixed things about it, but I think they've been patching it and stuff. So if I don't get that for Christmas, that will be probably a January type game for me. And then, I don't know, we'll see. I also want to get Avatar game. I still don't have it. I think I have it on my Christmas list as well. I would love to play that, even though that's first person, which is kind of, I don't know about that, but we'll see. I have an OLED TV coming as well, and I'm looking forward to playing some of these beautiful games on OLED TV. And that is it for PS5. We'll be doing PS4 next. And until next time, this is Rainy Cage. Peace out.